onto her, and then she called him a coon.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
I wish.
Oh my God! He should have just popped her in the mouth.
I wish that dude would have grabbed her by the back of her head and thrown her ass out.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I've only seen one video where they didn't cut it off right before that. I saw one video where it continued, and she called him a coon.
Well, it's really convenient how people edit their videos now to show just what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, the video here in the last little while that fucking kills me is that motherfucker being racist in that store.
Oh my God!
And knocks dude's twisted teeth.
Oh yeah.
And dude just knocked his ass out.
I was having fun with all those twisted tea
Yeah,
memes.
he woke up today and chose violence.
But
yeah, I like that one too. He got what he had coming to him.
But yeah, she even said, I came in here so I could show my friends that I'm supporting a black-owned business. And you're not. The way she was acting,
Like they were tricking her.
well,
Yeah.
like they were just gonna find the first black person they saw and be like, hey, you want to buy this fucking business?
You got a buck?
We can appease your stupid ass right now.
I just can't believe anybody would look at a sign and say, trap house. My people.
Black
Yeah.
culture. What?
Yeah.
Like, how is that not insulting
And-
her
Yes.
people?
And the guy that she was talking to, the Asian guy, was trying to explain to her, no.
She wouldn't even let him finish talking.
This was an Asian thing. It always has been. And you know how certain people are, where they just fucking talk over you and talk over you.
Well,
and when people do that to me, they run a real legitimate risk of getting punched in the mouth. And it doesn't matter if they're a guy or a fucking girl.
I've noticed that thing where, like, when you don't have an argument, I just keep saying the same thing. I just keep saying the same thing.
Oh, my
You gotta-
God, yeah.
Oh, fuck. That... Find different words to say to me. I'm gonna pop you right in the nose.
You say it one more motherfucking time.
Yeah, like, it doesn't become more true because you keep repeating it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And so, because Amber watched this video, and I mean, this woman was obviously a fucking
I watched
idiot.
it a few times because I was just so
Like, trying to find what her deal was.
and-
shocked by it.
Well, and she said, I've got to share this. And I said, we got to talk about it or something. I said, you better Google that first. And
Like,
she did.
What it meant.
Well, no, where the origin of the
yeah,
boba,
because
the
I
whole
was
boba
like,
thing.
boba tea is
Oh yeah,
not...
boba tea. Like it's been an Asian thing, like the little
Since 1988.
like kawaii kids, with the stickers of the boba. That's been a thing. Bubble tea's been.
So
a
I
thing
looked
a
it
long
up.
time.
I was like, maybe it was somewhere else.
Yeah,
but that's not even what she was talking
Yeah,
about. I
no,
was shocked.
she read the whole fucking whole sleazy story, Mr. French Tickler.
It came up
Starting
Trap House.
Yeah, 1988. Yeah, she looked that up on Urban Dictionary because that's the part she had a problem with.
Why do they call it a trap house? Some places are called a trap house because the dealer of the illicit drug traps people into a business where once you're in, you can't get out. Oh, dear.
So, according to her, that is black culture.
See, and how offensive is that?
Right, like that.
Literally to anyone.
Like if I was a black lady, I'd like, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, that would piss me off.
Yeah. But she thought that was totally fine.
That just shows how ignorant. And no, that's not ignorant, because ignorant means you don't have access to information, because ignorant people can be taught. Stupid is willful,
Well, and you know what it was? Her stupid ass was looking for her 15 minutes of fame.
And it blew up in her fucking face.
Yeah,
I love it when that happens.
Oh, me too. I love it when karma is fucking immediate.
Yeah, swift and sure, you're like, oh, they're not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go.
Yeah, because
let me have one.
and okay, let's pretend, and it's not. So this is just a thought exercise. But let's pretend that she was right, which she isn't. I can't stress that enough.
Right.
Where the fuck does that end? So number one, man, if I say this, I just don't know how it's gonna.
Well, just go for it.
I gotta rip the Band-Aid off. So does that mean that no white person can own a Church's Chicken franchise? Is that what we're saying?
I don't know what we're saying anymore. I really don't.
I'd love to go back to the days where we actually didn't use labels, and we were just like in our own groups of people. We were all happy. We were all mixed.
That's why I miss the late 90s. Because that whole thing was, don't fucking label me. I won't label you.
Me. I just,
What was the thing this week?
The potato head?
Yes. The Mr.
Jesus
Potato
Christ on a cracker.
Okay. Forget all that. Have these motherfuckers not seen the movie Tropic Thunder?
Oh my god, I know.
I mean, damn.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? My favorite line in that fucking movie.
I'm just a guy,
second-
I'm pretending to be a guy.
Okay, actually, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Followed by that one. Followed by you never go full retard.
Yeah. Oh God.
I mean,
That's
damn.
Robert Downey Jr. is so canceled if anybody they realize that this movie exists.
I can't believe Blazing Saddles is still a movie.
Well, that
Exactly.
too, yeah.
There's things that I'm like, hello.
Well-
if you want to cancel something, why isn't this stuff canceled? And you're going after stupid shit.
And it's not like Mr. Potato Head is the goddamn patriarchy.
Well, and
There's a Mrs. Potato Head too.
And here's another thing I've got to solve.
There's
for
probably
that.
some tater tots out
There
there
is.
somewhere.
I can solve the whole issue. Let's totally rename it Steve Harvey. Because that's what the motherfucker looks like.
I fucking get so angry when I look at that man. I just, God damn, I want to punch him in the face.
I like
she hates
Steve
his
Harvey.
mouth area.
Yeah,
His
he's like-
mustache and teeth.
He looks just like Mr. Potato Head.
and everything's so shiny, and I just want to pop.
But you know, I really don't understand the
like
whole
him.
thing about
I
Mr.
think he's
Potato
a nice guy.
Head.
If I don't look at this, I'm fine.
I really don't understand the whole Mr. Potato Head because I mean, you can take stuff off and put stuff on. So I mean,
Oh, yeah,
he's kind of like
so-
he
the
stores
poster child
For trans.
He stores all his stuff in his butt.
Yeah, he's like
His
the poster
prison
child
wallet.
for.
Yeah, his
He
prison
stores
wallet.
it in his prison wallet.
But what
They're just taking the Mister off the name. They're keeping the Mister.
Then are they
They're
getting-
keeping the toys, the Mister
Then are
and
they
Mrs. and
Oh, then they need to get rid of the misses too.
no.
they're taking the Mister off the name.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Mrs. Potato Head, drop the Mister, and just put her wig in his shit and call it done.
But no,
Or the brand name, not
but
each
they're just
individual.
going. There will still
You're
be
going to have your Mr. Potato Head, your Mrs. Potato Head, but the brand
the
name's going to be
line is Potato Head. It's like the Potato Head family, only they're not. They're
next. We're going to have coffee pots that are just
Coffee.
coffee instead of Mr.
coffee person. But
Did you say
coffee person.
How dare you assume I'm a person, Brandy?
That's right.
Oh,
Whoops,
God
my
damn.
bad.
I'm a cyborg.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the energy to summon the outrage anymore. I don't.
I just roll my eyes and keep on scrolling. And here's the great
I
thing.
can't get mad.
Here's
It keeps making me mad because they're just not going to stop. They're just going to keep going
guess
after
what?
people.
They've decided they're going to cancel next.
not
I
this
heard
show.
the Dr. Seuss.
Grease.
Grease
Oh,
the movie.
yeah, I saw that Grease, the movie.
Okay, let me tell you why that should be canceled.
Misogynistic.
No. Let me tell you why that should actually be canceled. They had us believing these motherfuckers at 35 years old were teenagers, and that is some bamboo. That is some buffoonery.
That is a good point.
They
That
were
is some
5
good
minutes
point.
away from drawing their Social Security.
That was some shenanigans right there.
But no, they're
Some bullshit is what I'm saying.
That's like, because like they talk about Gone with the Wind and Grease.
Oh, God.
You cannot judge a movie.
That's part of history, people.
Well, you can't judge a work that was made in the past. It
Made
Against
for a
current
certain
context.
time period.
it has to be judged by the standards of the time in which it was made.
And I can't. I'm for real about the Blazing Saddles thing. I love Blazing Saddles. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a
Right.
fantastic fucking movie.
That's like Tropic Thunder. I love that movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, that's fucking great too. I just can't believe that nobody's raised a holy hell about that.
It's like on the radio the other day, Dude Looks Like a Lady came on, and I was
yeah.
like, how is this not being canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because have you seen Steven Tyler?
because he
He
actually
kinda
looks like a lady.
He looks
Well,
like
have you
someone's
seen that?
aunt
Yes.
lately.
No,
Yeah.
not
Tarot
aunt.
card
No,
reading
no,
aunt.
not aunt. Grandmother.
Yeah, and so
That-
Joe
that-
Perry
supplies
Yeah.
the booze.
with
and,
this
you know.
fucking mustache that's got like an inch of space in
Yeah.
between it.
Oh,
It's
God.
fucking weird.
So unfortunate.
Like, when did you?
He didn't want to be mistaken for Hitler, so he went the opposite
Yeah,
way.
with Yeah, got the reverse thing going on. I guess
we like to call this the reverse Hitler. But
call it the Riddler.
but
I was trying to think what Hitler was backwards.
I don't have the brain cells for that
I'd
tonight.
have to write it down.
But yeah, that just irritates me. Like I'm a big fan of Outlander, the books, and I've been reading the books since I was pregnant with Dylan, which was like 7 years ago. And I mean, they're great books. They're each like
28 or 29.
1,000 pages. They're a commitment. You don't enter into this lightly. Like used to, you'd get the book funk. I'm glad it's an ebook now. It's a lot easier to carry around. But
Let us back, probably.
yeah, I can carry the whole thing with me without a suitcase. But people in the thing, like, if the books are written about the 1700s in Scotland. That was a pretty, like, chauvinistic, lawless time.
Right.
You know, like, there's a scene where...
Gotta cancel the 1700s.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a scene where the whole premise is Jamie's family is Highlanders. And, of course, you know the whole thing.
You know who else was?
There can only be one.
Duncan and Connor MacLeod, the Clan MacLeod.
But and then you know the whole thing with the Highlanders and the British troops. You know, they were sworn enemies. You know, and then
I'm thinking Highlander.
I know.
So.
And then Claire stepped through a fairy portal and went back 200 years and found the God of Men, and so they're running from the Highlanders are on the run from the British Army, and Claire does something dumb and almost gets the whole party of them killed.
Does she do it because she had that idea that, like, well, they ain't gonna tell me what to do?
Exactly.
That's usually a fucking mistake.
Well, she's not from that time. She's from the 50s or the 60s.
She was from a 40, it was 49 because it was just after the Second World War. But yeah, so a 1947, 49 woman. Now, even though to us that's antiquated way of thinking, she's a liberated woman in this time, you know, and she's like, you're not going to tell me what the fuck to do. And she pulled an Amber or a Brandy, and she was told to stay here, and she didn't. She's like, fuck your rules. And
it turns out they told her that for a reason.
It's funny. We've been watching a lot of shows lately, and almost every one of them have been like, yeah, you've been burned to the stake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she would have been stoned. Like, no doubt.
Yep.
Hell, they still might. I don't know. I've been talking them down on a regular.
Ross is like, my full-time job, if we were back then, would be keeping you from being dead. Okay?
Yeah, can't sleep. Can't take a day off.
So she's like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And she gets captured, and in the process of getting her back...
See, if I was the Highlanders, I'd be like, well, I guess she fucked herself. Sorry.
No, it was his wife at this point. So he was like, I'm attached to her now. And so they get her back, but, you know, they almost all die in the process. And so Jamie is the youngest guy in this
clan.
But, well, it's not the clan. It's a band of outlaws from the clan is what it is.
Okay.
And so... he's the youngest guy, and so he's the low man on the totem pole. And his wife, who at that time was his property, I don't like it, but that was the truth.
Yeah.
Fucked up and almost got them all killed. So they told him he had to punish her. And so he whipped her with the belt.
Okay.
Which back then was reasonable.
For what she did, that was probably getting off really, really
right. He's like, if it was one of the guys...
they'd have probably used a fucking whip.
Yeah, like a horse whip.
Yeah.
And, you know, so he was like, you know, but your little ass isn't as tanned as theirs from the saddle all the time, so we're going easy with you, and I'm using my belt. So, anyway, like, she gets over it, she's mad at him, but then after she realizes, because she thinks he's punishing her for disobeying him, and he's like, no, I'm punishing you because you almost got all these people killed, and you have to understand the gravity of it. You have to understand that he's like, I think you come from a place where actions don't carry the kind of weight that they carry here. And so then she starts thinking of it, and she's like, oh, okay, maybe. So anyway, this becomes a huge topic of discussion.
Well, and we tend to not forget lessons that are taught in pain.
Yeah, that hurt us.
Yeah.
You know, whether they hurt our pride or our ass or whatever.
There are only two ways that lessons stick. If it hits you in the wallet, or it hurts.
Whether it be pride or pain. You know, and so every time, you can tell every time the reruns of this episode come, or somebody new reads the book for the first time and they get to this and they're like, clutching their pearls, oh Lord, he beats her. We thought he was wonderful and he's a wife abuser. I don't know how many times I've went, okay, for the 376th fucking time. This took place in 1747. He was husband of the fucking year for the time he came from. You cannot judge a story that happened in the past, was written in the past, by today's standards, because life is different. We've evolved.
You know what else that applies to? Dr. Seuss.
Well,
have you heard about that dumb shit?
Yes, but now here's the thing. Dr. Seuss, the thing is, they've not been canceled.
No, I know. They did it
themselves. They decided that they don't want And
I can guarantee you the only reason they did it themselves is to stop someone else from doing it.
Probably